Hi guys, John here, forexfire. So I'm going to set you guys some homework, okay? Some homework tonight. And we're going to put it onto the next module sort of thing. I'm just going to enlarge my screen just so I can see my handsome face on there. Right, so basically we did bankers candles, okay? You can see the giraffe poking its head around the corner there. It's a wife, she loves giraffes. It's a birthday just the other day. Anyway, going off topic there. So we've done bankers candles. We're going to use this training or homework section, as we call it, not training. We're going to do this homework section as the breaker structure area. Okay, we got a lot of new people that's come into the group. Want to welcome them in there, and we've stripped everything back, and we're going to keep the homework sections live. Okay, so if anyone has popped into the group, can go through to any one of those sections at any given time. Okay, what I want to do, I just want to encourage people to, when you submit your charts, if you like what other people are saying, we'll want to try and keep the thread down to the bare minimum, which is just chart layouts. There'll be the mods, which is myself, Big Mike, and Andy, will be marking the charts up with either a flame, a thumbs up, and possibly a comment or two as well. Okay, from there, if anyone sort of comments on any of the charts inside of the homework section, please don't be offended if we remove the comments. It just basically keeps it condensed and filtered for when people are on there. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to quickly do a brief video explaining breaker structure, and then I'm going to go to the chart and I'm going to show you what I expect you guys to implement and draw out for this week. Okay, for this week. And again, if anyone is struggling as such with any aspect of their charts, right, you just need to reach out, and I'm sure either myself or one of the guys will help. On top of that, I want to talk briefly about risk to reward. It's imperative you guys go and look on the module on risk to reward. Only risk at least 1% of your balance. There's a great video in the module trainer which shows you how to work out how to do that risk. Okay, I personally, on my journey, I will only take 1, 2, at most 3 trades a day, and I'll only risk 1% a day. Okay, open and honest as I always am. I have actually lost a couple of trades today on my first 2 trades, so I just stopped trading for the day. Only lost 2%. I'm not bothered because the other day and the day before that I had fantastic days. So again, it's all about having the correct mentality and the discipline to think, yes, I've started off with a couple of bad trades, just cut your losses and then reanalyze and step back and then take your trades from there. Okay guys, so we're going to have a quick look. Share the screen, and I've got the blank chart at the moment, so I'm just going to quickly draw something up. We've got as the price moves. Okay, so we'll go up and we create a high, we have a pullback. Okay, when the pullback occurs, the buys come back into control. You do not get a breaker structure until we surpass this area. So just to make it easy in layman's terms, okay, we put this here. You have what you call an A, B, C. Okay, you'll get that all over the charts, whether it's on an uptrend or a downtrend. You have the buyers take their ball. Okay, they're running up the hill with the ball. They get all the way to the top of that hill, and then all of a sudden they drop the ball. The sellers then become in control, and they are chasing the ball back down the hill. Once they get down to the bottom of the hill, okay, the buyers are thinking, we've had enough, give us our ball back. They start driving and pushing that ball back to the top. Okay, so until we physically see that, then there's not a breaker structure. There's not a breaker structure on that point. Okay, so this may come up, you get the push, okay, and then the ball is dropped, the ball's rolling down the hill, and as the ball's rolled down the hill, the buys are in control. If this then decided to go, let's take a look. If this then decided to stop here, and then it started coming down here, okay, and it stopped there, and then it moved up a phase on there. It just means this has exhausted in price and it's gone into accumulation or consolidation phase. Okay, so that'll explain that bit. It's not until we see the ear for the buyers to push the consolidated bit, and then the C leg has to break above this ear point. So what you have in essence is a low, you will have a higher low, you will have then a high, and because this part here has officially broke past that high, okay, and it stops there, you've then created a higher high. Okay, so that bit I hope makes sense. If we scroll down onto the charts and sort of see where this is played out, you can do this on any time frame, any pair you should wish to choose. Okay, now if it's going to help you, what you can do to sort of help identify these areas is draw yourself a trend line. Okay, and it sort of gives you a little bit of a template. Okay, so this should scream out to you instantly, that bit there. So what we've got on the top of here highs, we've got lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And if you notice, as we've exhausted on price, we've created what you call, this one here, double bottom. That is just causing a bit of a flaw, okay, a double bottom on the bottom of here. However, take your attention to the previous, as we come down, we've got a lower high from this area. We've got an equal, I'll repeat that again, this is an equal lower low. So this is where liquidity is now starting to form, where it is possibly the start of your signature pattern. Okay, so this is where liquidity is. So again, just to go off topic a little bit, these are significant areas. Okay, this is liquidity. This is where the banks will be looking to sort of get some money back and take out the sell stops and the sell limits. We are concentrating on producing a break of structure. Now, as you can see, get the magic wand out, we've had a drive in price. Okay, so as we've done a double bottom, 1, 2, we have now formed a low. A high is surpassed here, so that's your higher high. We've come down to a low, and we've done your higher high. Okay, so if we highlight that bit there, you can see, we'll get rid of this, you can see we broke structure, capital B, single O, and a capital S. So we've got a break of structure from this area. Okay, now what I want you guys to do from there, I want you to identify, first of all, the reverse in the market. Okay, and if you can, possibly use a template, excuse me, a template like this. But I want to see, doesn't so much have to be a double bottom. All I want to see is that reversal. I want you to show me a break of structure on a trend reversal from this area. And then from there, what we're going to do is maybe going into next week or the week after, depending on how people are finding this, we will probably then factor in some fibs, the bankers candles as well. Going on the bankers candles, let's just take a look. What you can see on here, it'll do no harm to identify the bankers candles, to be fair. So what you're doing there, you're just doing this here. I'm just going to make that black. Okay, you've got a banker's candle there, the last down before the up, and you can identify it also on the B leg as well as an extra. Okay, so the last down before the up, and just cover. You just need to cover. In fact, yeah, just do wick to wick on there, right? So you've got the low, the high, the higher low, and the higher high. Okay, so this is the sort of layout I'm wanting to sort of see. So what we've got is your high. This one would obviously be the higher high, where you start off. On the bottom is the lower, and then the initial pullback is the higher low. Okay, so I need you, as a rundown, identify the trend, whether it's a downtrend or an uptrend. I want you to also then identify when you then get the push and the breakout from the previous lower high, that which is where you'll get the push up to a new high. Okay, and then I want you to identify the higher low and then the higher high. So basically what you're getting, if this makes sense, you're getting two break of structure. So a little bit more of a testing one this week. You've got two break of structures. Okay, and then I want you to identify as well, we're trying to accumulate all this, bankers, and we've also got on this area here bankers, right? So I'm hoping that does make a little bit of sense. Go to stop share. So I'm just trying to test a little bit more, pushing the boundaries a bit. This might be a little bit much for some of the new guys. If you're not too sure, go through this module, okay, or this exercise that I've just done, but also have a look at breaker structure 1 and breaker structure 2 in the module trainings. Okay, if you're getting stuck, just reach out. Okay, if I don't answer straight away, don't worry, I'll get back to everybody in good time. That's what this community is about. If I'm not free, I'm sure Big Mike or Andy will be available as and when they can as well. Okay, guys, so hopefully this is going to be another step forward, a little bit more progression, where some of the new guys, you might have learned something from this. You might have a little bit of a light bulb moment and then sort of understand the breaker structure. But again, if you need a little bit more tuition, just reach out to me. Okay, from there, what I'm going to do, just while I'm live, let's have a look. Homework section, channel name, homework, break of structure. Just going to create that there for now. Okay, I'm going to end the video now, and then I'll upload this with a chart layout as well, and that chart layout will be what we have designed right here, guys. Okay, so just a bit of a recap. We have got identify a trend. Okay, I want you to then do what the trend reversal is and where you had your breaker structure like this. Okay, I want you to identify an A, B, C leg on the reversal of the breaker structure, and as you get the reversal on the A, B, and C, you should then have two areas where you have possible bankers. Okay, two areas where you have the possible bankers, and then I want you to identify that breaker structure 1 and then a second breaker structure. I also want you to put the low, the high, the higher low, the higher high, and identify on the ABC leg trend reversal the bankers on both of these areas. Okay, guys, so again, if that's been a little bit much, reach out to me and I'll let you know exactly on more of a one-to-one tuition. Okay, guys, see you later.